Welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Live's Legal Truths.
Hello and welcome to The Valley's Voice, Arizona Live's Legal Truths with Travis Meltzer, founder and managing attorney at Valley Injury Law. I'm your host, Evan Mack, and as a practicing attorney in both Arizona and Nevada, Travis leverages his defense experience to advocate for individuals injured due to others' negligence. His firm chooses quality over quantity, ensuring each client receives the dedicated support they need throughout their case. How you doing, Travis?
I'm good, Evan. How you doing?
I'm hanging in. I'm hanging in there. Who's the greatest fictional attorney of all time?
Oh man, Atticus Finch.
Oh my, yo,
Bill
this
Mockingbird.
it's what that is crazy. I asked an attorney a few days ago, Lance Drury. He's an OG too. He's an older gentleman.
Yeah.
He said that without hesitation. Why is that? Why'd you say that?
You know, honestly, for me anyway, it was my first introduction to a lawyer as a person,
That's
as a character. I don't have
amazing.
any lawyers in my family, nothing like that. That was it. Middle school.
That is so cool. So welcome everyone that is joining us. This is what personal injury law actually covers. And to get things started, for someone who has never dealt with a lawyer before, Travis, like what exactly is a personal injury law?
Yeah. So, personal injury attorney is somebody who will represent someone who is hurt by someone else's mistake or negligence is the legal term. So, whether that's in a car accident or you slip or fall at a restaurant or store or somebody's dog bites you, something like that. So, it's somebody who can help guide you through the insurance claim process and, if needed, file a complaint and file a lawsuit and litigate on your behalf to make sure that you are made whole because of those injuries that are caused by other people.
So what kind of cases fall under personal injury that people may not expect or maybe do expect?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's the car accident one. That's the one that everybody sees, car accidents,
Yeah.
slip and falls, dog bites, as well as, honestly, there's also assault cases. If there's a wrongful, like security is too rough. That's an interesting one that I've had to deal with before, removing a customer. But, I mean, I would say about 90% are car accidents, trucking accidents, motorcycles, something to do with that.
Do you see one more than the other as opposed to Arizona and Nevada? Do you see like an uptick in certain things, you know what I mean? Or do you get the kind of the
Yeah.
same kind of cases?
So generally the same. I mean, the only one that I would see a little bit more of is those slip and falls or what called premises liability cases, because the casinos and hotels and all the tourists and so many people in such a small part of town in Las Vegas. That's actually how I started my career. I was defending the casinos from a lot of those claims.
Wow. Do you like it's interesting because I always picture you just being able to like remove a wet floor sign and then like spill something and then slip and then win. Is it easy to do that, or are these cases harder to win than I think they are?
They are very difficult. Slip and fall cases are hard.
I thought so.
Yeah, they're very hard. They're just one of those cases that I think the perfect facts have to be present for it to be easy, for that. But those are some of the most difficult cases that I've ever had to deal with, because there's so many elements that exactly, how long was the liquid there? Should you have seen it? What color was the liquid? Should the casino have seen it? There's so many little things that kind of play into it.
You touched on that you started in insurance defense, but so how does that background kind of shape the way you approach clients now that you're on the other side? Has it changed how you approach things?
Yeah, absolutely. And what's good is it's helped me really explain to my clients and set expectations early in the case, because I know, at least I think I know, what the insurance company is planning on doing with their case on the other side. I can tell them, hey, this is what the adjuster's probably going to say. Here's why they're wrong. Here's some issues with your case based on what the insurance company's going to say. It's really allowed for me to map out these cases for clients and really just allow for them to really know what's going to happen, and a lot less surprises for clients, which, surprises for injured people it's never a good thing. So if I can limit the amount of surprises in the course or the matter of a case, I'll do that. And that's really what that history and my past experience really helped me do.
There's so many like negative connotations when it comes to like lawyers and what they represent, no matter what they practice. So when someone first reaches out to you, for help and they want that consultation, what does a consultation with you that first time look like?
Yeah, so they'll call, they'll get initially with my intake group, just get basic information, names, where it happened, things like that. And then they'll talk to me. I will talk to them kind of what my expectation of the case is, what my plan with their case is, and we can discuss kind of what the expectation of the length of time they'll need to do this. And I give them my personal, not personal, but my desk line and my email. So my clients will always have access to me. They never have to wonder where or who their attorney is, which is an unfortunate complaint I hear a lot of. But they, I've tried really hard to lift the mask, so to speak, or, pull back the hood of the normal stereotypical attorney and just know that I'm no different than anybody else. I just happen to be doing something in law. And so I really try to keep that person hands-on, white glove type experience for all my clients.
Do you feel that humanizing approach, do you feel like that's helped, or you feel like you notice a difference to people that see that you have that empathy when you're dealing with something like, a personal injury case?
Yeah, yes. I mean, the short is yes. And I think you even, the word you said is empathy. And I think that is such an important aspect of what I do, that unfortunately, attorneys or a lot of people in general don't have or don't understand the importance of empathy. Because I understand, I try to tell clients, while I'm not in their shoes in the sense of injured like them, I understand that their life continues. Their car's broken. They have no way to get to work. They can't drop their kids off at school. Their legs are hurting. They can't stand anymore. So it's one of those things where I'll never argue with my clients. It's more of I try to really understand where they're coming from and just guide them in the right way the best I can.
What's something you wish every potential client knew before calling you or calling any lawyer?
Well, just because you're in an accident doesn't mean you're going to get a huge check. And unfortunately, with marketing and advertising across the country, especially in Arizona and Nevada, that is it. You'll see it. It's money, 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 cash, cash, cash. There is a process, and not every case is worth a whole bunch of money. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing. So that's why I feel setting those expectations early is very, very important. So really, it's just asking the attorney or intake group or whoever a customer or client would speak to first in a law firm, just be honest about the person's case. Don't try to upsell a case and really, I guess, lean into that stereotype. That's the unfortunate part, where a lot of these firms just say, oh yeah, this is the best case ever, when in reality it's not.
So we talked about the empathy in, from a personal standpoint, but how do you balance like being that strong legal advocate, knowing your X's and O's, but also being approachable and personable to these people?
Yeah. So ultimately, how I've tried to do it is, one, again, allowing clients to have access to me, whether that's through scheduling or a text or a call, but also just letting them know that, look, I will do my best to explain the legal process to you and really map it out. I think that's really what's helped people, is really understanding the process that they are stepping into. Most people don't have any idea, and it's no fault of their own. I mean, they thankfully haven't gotten in an accident before. Most people only get into about 3 accidents in their lifetime. So the odds of them having to deal with an attorney prior to me is slim. So it's just really explaining the process and really at least letting them know that we are there with them for that process, that we are there to answer any question that they might have. We are checking in with them every 30 days just to make sure that they know, and if they have any questions, that we're always available for them.
So if someone isn't sure whether they have a case, what's the first step they should take before calling you?
Assume they do. Call me. And honestly, don't Google it. That's the biggest thing, is if you're not sure, or say your insurance says, yeah, you're at fault, you're the one that's at fault, just call an attorney, call me, call somebody in the area, and just say, hey, this is what happened. Do I have a case? And most firms will, you hope, be honest and let you know. So if you're not sure, even if you're leaning towards not, or it's your fault, just ask. It takes nothing to call. It takes a couple minutes. And worst case, you're exactly where you were before.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time, Travis.
Thank you.
We hope you all enjoyed today's episode of The Valley's Voice and help clarify what personal injury law actually covers. For more information, you can contact Travis at azvalleyinjurylaw.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a review for all this information. It's really great stuff. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.